Productivity can be a challenge at many stages of our lives. Whether you're at the stage of your life where you're working a 9 to 5, or maybe you're a student, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, productivity is super important to us all. For most of us, the need to balance so many different aspects of our lives and still be productive can really be difficult. I'm at a stage in my life where I have to balance several different things. I have to balance my 9 to 5 job. I have to balance being a YouTuber and posting consistently every week. And I also have to balance my personal and spiritual life along with those things. And so for this video, I'm going to give you guys some insight into how I do this and just how I personally remain productive through all of these things. Please enjoy this video. I actually really like this kind of video because it's not just about career and technology, but it's also about my life, and I'm able to kind of share to you guys some of the things that I go through and let you guys, my subscribers, get to know me as a person a little bit more. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I make a lot of content on cloud engineering, cybersecurity, and the tech industry, and I'd love for you guys to see more of this content. So I'll talk a little bit about my job first and how I remain productive as I work as a cloud engineer. So at the moment, I'm lucky enough to work at a company that doesn't completely kill me with work and projects that I need to do. I think within the role that I currently work, I kind of work on maybe like one or two main projects, and then I have several other bits of business as usual kind of work that I do within the team that I work. My role is hybrid, so I kind of do 2 days in office and 3 days working from home, which is great and it's okay for me. I know a lot of people would prefer like a fully remote job. Personally, I like the balance of having 2 days in the office and then 3 days working from home. It's a great balance and it's something that I kind of prefer. It hasn't always been like this with the roles I've worked. I know in my previous role, I've spoken a bit about how it was really taking a toll on me, and it was really stressful. Back then, the role I was working, I wasn't really able to do other stuff. Work was just a priority for my life, and that work-life balance wasn't really there. And so that kind of made it difficult to be productive in anything else. During that time that I worked in my previous role, I didn't post on YouTube at all. I only started posting on YouTube after I left that role and I was moving on to my current role as a cloud security engineer. And so YouTube only became something that I could really do when I had a good work-life balance from the job I was working. So I am quite grateful for my job. I do have a role where I can close the laptop at 5 p.m. and forget about the work that I'm doing and open it up on the next morning and really dig in and get back to work and doing my job. I think it's important to have a personal life and clear your mind from work when you're finishing. That's just me personally. I know there's people out here who work is their life and many other aspects that they really pour themselves into. Me personally, I love a work-life balance and I love to be able to do interesting, good work and come home and forget about that good work and just do what I want to do for myself, for my creative outlet, just really have fun and enjoy life, you know? I think one aspect of productivity, which I can sometimes struggle with, is learning more. And I do mention that learning is so important a lot of the time. But one thing I will say is that there's times that I kind of get caught up in working. And yeah, sometimes learning on the job, but there's also aspects of, you know, actual learning and going through different courses, learning online that can really help you to understand loads of different things that you wouldn't fully understand by just learning on the job. And so sometimes I get really comfortable with the work that I'm doing. Like I know I'm getting paid, I know there's a paycheck coming in, and I feel like I'm at a point where, yeah, I'm good, I have a good job, and I don't need to go and study and do more certifications and stuff. And that kind of makes me really complacent. And so my goal is always to keep learning and to keep doing more courses online and to keep doing more independent learning outside of just working on the job. What often helps me to continue getting certifications and learning new things is really challenging myself to say that, okay, do this certification by this date. I book the certification for a specific date even though I'm not ready, and I study towards that. I feel like when I don't book that certification a lot of the time, I kind of get complacent. I'm like, I'll do it another time, or I miss the studying I'm supposed to do. So it can really be hard, and it's kind of a mental battle to just like keep studying consistently, learning outside of working. And luckily for me, one of the things that really helps me with productivity, funny enough, is that my job and YouTube kind of coincide, if that makes sense. So I have a YouTube channel that I speak a lot about what I actually do. And so that kind of pushes me to do a lot more. So certainly with certifications and stuff, the certifications that I get and like share on my YouTube channel, they will actually help me in real life as well. And so that's a double incentive to actually wanting to study for this stuff and get certain certifications and do well in that area. And so that kind of brings me into the next thing. Let me talk a bit about YouTube and how I'm staying productive with YouTube. Now, everyone knows being consistent is super important for content creators. And obviously, consistency is quite relative. Some people posting once every month is consistency, and other people like me posting once a week is consistency. Other people posting every single day is consistency. It depends on the content you're making and the style of content you're making. And so the style of content that I make and the way I've set up my channel, consistency plus quality is super important. So not just coming on here and waffling and saying something random, but actually providing value to people who want to learn more about cloud computing, or generally just sharing my experiences of what I've done. And so consistency is super important, and I have to make sure that I post every Monday, or once a week at least. It doesn't have to be every Monday, but once a week for me is the goal. And so one of the things that kind of motivates me to stay productive in this area is, number one, the money motivation. And so with YouTube, obviously I got monetized about 2 months ago. And since then I've been earning a lot more than I expected. And that's great. I feel like I expected to earn the amount that I'm earning maybe like a few months or some point next year, but I'm actually earning a lot more than I would have expected. And it's actually money that I feel like, wow, I could really grow this, and this could really be a massive addition to what I already make as a salary in my job as a cloud engineer. So that money motivation really pushes me to actually take this really seriously and post more and get some quality into the videos that I'm posting and make sure my audience gets what they need to out of a lot of these videos. For those of you who are wondering, I produce and edit every single video on this channel all by myself, and that can really be challenging. Trust me, editing is long. Since I started the channel, I've kind of been learning to edit on the job, and I hope you guys can see that from when I started till now, my editing has gotten a lot better, and my filming and production has gotten better. The quality of the videos has gotten better. I've got more lighting, all this good stuff. And actually putting in the effort to improve takes a lot of time as well. So looking at the best equipment to buy, the best camera to get to really help me improve my quality is a big thing. Getting good lighting and setting up that lighting is a big thing. And so there's a lot that goes into actually doing this YouTube thing. It's not just flipping on a camera and just speaking, and all this stuff really takes a lot of time. So being productive and motivated in this area can be hard, but I think finally starting to make money from YouTube is a big factor that actually helps me to do this. So the advice for anyone going on YouTube and staying productive on YouTube is working towards that goal in a way that you are improving with each video you're making. Do research on different things to improve. Maybe you want to improve your thumbnails, go and look into that. Maybe you want to improve SEO, you want to improve video quality, you know, you want to get a new camera or something like that. Yeah, do those things and work towards a certain goal. Making a video consistently is important, and improving with every video you make is super important. And I hope you guys can see the improvements that I've made as I've gone on. My personal and spiritual life are also super important to me. In fact, they are the priority to me. Maintaining my spiritual life and making sure that that comes first before anything else. I'm a Christian and I'm trying to put my relationship with God over everything else. And definitely this is a big thing for me. Someone who believes in God and believes in Jesus. And I'm so blessed to have all the things I have and do all the things I do. I really want to credit that all to God and make sure that I rely on God's strength rather than my own. So balancing all of this stuff can be difficult. That is how I do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video has helped you guys to learn a little bit more about me and what I get up to and how I stay productive. Thanks so much guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.